Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Gobble gobble. What? I'm already.
You skipping a week.
We're still a week ahead, right? Hello and welcome to the LDM Show. I'm Charles Aloma.
I'm Melissa Luce, and hi everyone. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope your week went well. I hope you guys missed us because I know I missed us. How are you guys all doing?
You're on the sugar rush, huh? Hey, we just happy. We just real happy, you know.
High on joy.
I know it's almost Thanksgiving though, so that's why I said gobble gobble.
It's the holiday season.
Yeah, we're getting prepared for this Saturday. If you guys don't know, check out radinsworld.com.
I think that's what it is. It's all the Christmas decorations around me right now.
Yeah, right now we're watching. We seeing people like decorating and on the bars and all this other stuff. Got stuff coming out. And, well, y'all can't see it, but so it's the holiday
It's
season.
gonna be very
Especially
festive.
as the light is on, flashing in the corner of my
I
eye.
know,
I'm
right?
like, okay,
Like-
the Christmas lights over there.
And it's the perfect colors.
So yeah, it is. But it is a time where you're gonna say like, oh, I got to go spend my money and get the gifts now.
Okay, handmade gifts are very welcomed and loved and accepted and appreciated. Make it come from the heart.
From who?
From whoever. Like, I
Well, who-
prefer handmade gifts. Remember
know
we
I
were
do.
talking about letters last
Yes.
week? Like, I prefer a card. Like, throw a $10 bill in it. I'll put it
Yeah.
towards my wants and needs. Don't just buy me anything.
You-
He's like,
you know-
oh, I need to. No.
You know, a lot of people back in the days they started doing gift cards, and then all of a sudden, people were complaining about that's impersonal. Like, what's impersonal? I might as well give you a gift card than go get you a gift that you don't like.
The only time it's impersonal is if it's to a place you don't even like.
Well, then get them a Visa one.
Yes.
Cut it done and dry. One store. Why you got 20 Visas? Because I got 20 people gifts. There you go. Put $20 on each one. I'm good. Call it a day.
But even the visas are limited. You might as well give them the cash.
No.
But I guess like if you're paying with what,
Because
like
at least
your
if you know you
card?
give them the card, you know they have to go buy something. Unless they're a crackhead and want to sell it in the street. Mira para la venda. I got $20 in the card. Give me 10. Give me 10.
That's a ripoff. Well, I want that guy.
Right? I want to find
Send
that
them
guy.
to me.
Right? You go down the block, you probably get a couple of them selling the MasterCards and Visa cards. But, speaking of that, watch out because there are a scam online that are saying that they're a new Visa card and they're telling you to send money so they can put it in and they'll send you your card. No.
Yeah, I've even gotten like some debit cards sent to me, like these new like online banking systems. Like they will send you cards, and it was just weird because I never even applied for it, never
yeah.
did anything, and then I'm getting this card in the mail with my name on it, and I'm just like,
It's like
what?
it's time to put the warranty on your vehicle when you take the bus for 3 years.
Like I don't even own a car.
I know, right? So like, why are you calling me? Oh, I'm sorry. No, you're not sorry. But watch it. There are scamming coming out. It's the holidays.
Yeah.
There's a lot of scams going out, especially the people that saying they collecting for Salvation Army, Toys for Tots. What else is another one?
We're not a scam though. We're actually collecting toys for foster
Yeah.
kids.
So like I said, you can come and we did it last year. It was so.
It was beautiful.
It was real good. This year, a lot of people were already speaking about it. We posted it up all over the place. So, but if you think it is a scam, like sometimes I be thinking, just be like, can I get your website?
Yeah.
Oh,
Ask
you
them
from
for
Salvation
information.
Army? Okay, cool. I'll call them personally. That's it. And you do it personally. Hey, Rosa, how's it going?
How are you? Happy
And
holidays.
Rosa, she's one of the people that watch every single show of the network. And
Yes,
she also
ma'am.
donated to the thing. So I'm hoping she comes. See.
We love you. Yes, come to the studio. Come see the new studio you've never
Yeah.
seen before.
So hopefully she'll come and, enjoy the face painting, arts and crafts. And
Yes, adults get face
potato
painting
chips,
too.
Potato chips and all that other stuff. So, Tashana's on watching. Okay. But, yeah, watch it with the scams. You got to watch it with the scams that are going on, especially on all holidays.
Yeah.
Like, they really, even with the kids, I'm trying to collect for my basketball thing. Okay, what school? Let me know, and I'll go to the school myself and give it. Don't give it to the kid.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, sign me up, but I'll give my money to the school. I never give nothing to even the people that are ding, ling, 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 and with the Salvation Army stuff. I don't give them.
I seen a lady give a check once on the train.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't give it to them. I give it to the Salvation Army because I don't know. Maybe they stole somebody's suit. I don't know. I watch too much movies, I guess.
As a kid that used to have to sell fruit snacks on the train, I understand the struggle.
See,
And
but
I would
at least you give me
actually,
something right there on the spot.
true, I would actually like have to wear my uniform and stuff like on the
Yeah.
basketball team.
Like if they were like, hey, I'm selling something, but no, some of them like, can you donate something? I'm trying to help the basketball team. Well, you ain't gonna give me nothing, like at least a little candy bar or something? Nothing? No?
Some schools are genuinely broke.
Yeah. Because they're wasting it on other things but what they're supposed to.
What are we gonna do?
Yeah. but just-
Petition. Use your brain. Challenge them.
Yep. Just watch it with the scammers that are going on out there. But have a good holiday. Don't let all that discourage you and stuff. But speaking of holiday, is Christmas miracles still not Christmas miracle, but more like a Christmas feeling that you got when you were a kid? Do you still feel that when you were?
I definitely feel more like at peace because I know everything's always like so cozy and everything's like you have to be nice and warm, and then if you go outside it's something magical, right? Like let's say when you go in the fall and you're driving or even walking, the trees are changing colors and they look like something out of a picture book or a movie. Like it doesn't
Yeah.
even seem real because you're so used to them being green, and then they start changing all these cool colors, and then you see like the leaves raining. So like I definitely feel that magic. And then obviously lights, we're obsessed with stars, we're obsessed with sunshine, so seeing Christmas lights and decorations everywhere. I'm someone who loves like Tinkerbell, so that's
Yeah.
like fairy dust and lights, so it definitely gets me. And like all the cool decorations, and people are actually like more spirited than usual, right? Like people actually tell you happy holidays. Let's say like if they're saying good morning or have a good day, like that's not something you get on a regular basis. Compared around the holiday season, you get a lot more warm-spirited greetings, in my opinion. You know?
Yep. Hey, what's going on, Daniel? Daniel Guzman, guy that gave us our start on the radio. But mine's is the fall.
Yeah.
I love when I go to the park and you see all the orange and red and everything.
I
It's
agree.
just for some reason and then you see a pile of leaves, you just want to jump on it and mess it up, you know?
I don't know about jumping on leaves because you don't know what dog peed in it. Or
Yeah, I know, but that's why I don't do it no more. But back in the days, you were able to do it because you knew nobody was having their dogs, pissing and all this up on the leaves, or But when you're in the park, it's lovely, especially when it snows in the park and you see the snow that nobody touched.
I know.
You
I
have
wanna-
to run in it.
I want to go skiing so badly, and it's kind of
fun.
funny because I hate being cold.
Yeah, I
hate
know.
being cold. I really genuinely don't like the snow, but I know it's New York snow. That's different.
Right. No, but when you go skiing, it's not that cold.
I'm sure because you're moving.
Yeah, yeah.
So like the science makes sense, but then okay,
It's just when you
even
stop.
it's when it's winter, right? Like when even after winter ends and it starts being springtime, I still get scared to go outside because I think I'm gonna be cold, even though I know it's like
I'm with
above
you, I'm with
60
you.
degrees.
I'm with you.
So it's like it's the mind games that I play
Yeah.
with myself.
I'm with you with that. I'm like, ooh, no. When it comes to cold, I don't do cold, so I don't know.
We're Latin. We like the heat.
Yes.
We belong on an island where we originally came from.
Yes, like me and cold, they're like, no, I'm good. Like I always had a problem with cold ever since I was young. I guess since the first time he gave me like little frost bites and stuff that I was too cold, I never got
know.
along with him.
I used to hate when I was little, and then my mom didn't tuck my pants right in my boots, and then you would get snow on your ankles. That's the worst feeling. Or like your gloves, they're like the thin like cotton or like polyester gloves, and then you're playing in the snow too much, and then your
And it gets
fingers are frozen. The worst.
The worst is when it's defrosting. Your ears start hurting. I know people are watching this. We have a lot of people watching in the Philippines don't understand what we're talking about.
Must be nice.
Yeah, they don't understand that hurt feeling in your ears. Oh, when it's defrosting, you're like, oh, they don't
Yeah.
they don't understand that. But let's get to some of the stories I have here. Jobs. Let's talk about some jobs. I seen videos where people were complaining that their jobs now are asking them to do overtime. Not asking, telling them that they have to do overtime and stuff like that. First thing, let me hit the law on you. There's no such thing as mandatory overtime.
True.
I remember they tried to do that in Pennsylvania in a warehouse I was working at. I hate when people tell me to do something when I know what I'm supposed to. Everybody's staying over to 6 o'clock. Charles, where you going? I said, I'm gone. He was like, no, we just said everybody's staying over to 6. I said, and you're not my mom or my dad, so you can't tell me what to do. Plus, I already did my 8 hours. Oh, no, but we said mandatory. Oh, you did? Okay. If you leave, what? So, I was one of them that snitched on them, and OSHA came, and they had to pay a lot of people money because they had them working earlier and working 5-10 minutes later without paying them.
See, without payment, that's already a crime.
No, because they were by, how you call those? They used to make pieces.
Okay.
Clamps for the pipes and stuff. So they were, how many pieces they make, that's how much they get. So they used to come a little bit early just to get a good start, to clean up the machines and stuff. And they had to leave a little bit late because they had to clean their machine. OSHA said, you paying them from the beginning that they there to the end of they there.
Hello.
And it has to, if they don't make the pieces of the hourly rate, you have to pay them the hourly rate. So they had to pay a lot of people. I winded up got a good 1,000, I think it was, for the year that I was there. Because I used to come in early and stay a little bit later. Nope. There's no such thing as mandatory overtime. And especially, why would I want to work 5 to 10 hours? Now, the mandatory overtime is only for like nurses, doctors, of course, because you can't leave a patient by themselves or something like that. But I'm talking about like for warehouses and grocery stores and stuff like that. Well, I'm lacking of employees. Well, that sounds like a corporate business. That's not a cashier's problem.
Right.
See ya. You know what I mean? Javier said there is a mandatory overtime with the New. Yeah, my partner works for them, and well, that's New York State, not the city of the warehouse and everything. He gives nighttime differentials, and yes, he does work with patients. You are correct. Yeah, only if you're working with a patient. Yeah, well, not all essential workers. I don't, because I know some polices that don't do overtime. They leave.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, like if they, yeah. So you're looking at basically like nurses, police, who else? Even sometimes the bus drivers.
Yeah.
Sometimes the bus drivers. But if you're in a cashier, that sounds like a personal corporate problem. Well, I don't have that many workers. Well, I guess you're going to have to start hiring.
Right.
I got nothing. So they blaming the lack of workers to forcing people to do overtime? No. And why would I want to do overtime, make $20 an hour, and I'm only going to see the 6?
Hello.
The taxes take everything else.
Because I'm not.
The more money you make, the more you're going to go. So, I remember I did 80 hours because I was doing 2 shifts. So I had 40 hours a week for a whole month and a half of overtime. That 40 hours looked like I was only doing 10. And I didn't notice because I was half asleep. I didn't waste none of my money because I was working, 5 to 6 days a week.
And then sleeping the rest of your time?
Right, and then sleeping the rest of the time. So when I finally went and looked at my paychecks, I said, never again.
Yeah.
Never again.
I learned that at the young age of 20.
Yeah, never again. It's not even worth it. It's not worth it to.
It's really not. And even like when I started working, minimum wage was like $8. And then I made it up to like the $15. Well, at first it was 12 and then it was 15, at least in New York. Inflation and all that nonsense. But the fact is that these jobs, yes, they can be simple, but most times they're telling you to do things that's not even in your job description.
Yeah, that's another thing too.
It's like, pay me more, give me a raise, give me the title that you want me to do this work for, and maybe we could think about it, right?
Yeah, I worked.
At the end of the day, the company needs you clearly. If not, find someone else. Yeah,
I remember working for that same warehouse. I don't think they'd ever liked me, but I don't know why they put me as a manager there. But anyway, when I was a worker, I was, worked the machines, and since I knew how to drive the forklift, the guy used to be like, hey, Charles, can you move this thing with the forklift with me? I said, okay, let me go sign my other job description. I was a smart ass there. I didn't care. And they were like, what you mean? I said, because you're paying me to do the machine. So now you're telling me to do a forklift driver. So I got to get to pay the forklift driver and paycheck. Mm-hmm. Oh, nah, forget about it. Okay. That's how I used to settle my questions with, nope, we're not doing that. Cashier, Charles, can you mop this floor? Oh, so you paying me janitor's money now, huh? Because you pay me, you charging me for a cashier. See, that's how I, honestly, that's how I got, Javier said, this is why I don't do overtime. It's not worth it. It's not. It's not worth it. the whole thing of doing 20 hours, and when you look at your paycheck, it's only like 5 hours.
Yeah, yeah.
And then these jobs wanted you to do
Highway robbery, because you're paying more than taxes. You're paying Social Security, and then if you got health insurance, dental insurance,
Yeah.
and then
Well,
you got life
that
insurance.
doesn't go up and down. It's your taxes that go up and down. So the more you make, the more taxes.
But it's still getting taken out of your everyday
Yeah.
pay, and it's like,
Well, I don't even know why they call it taxes. Why they don't call it the real thing it is, protection money? Because they the freaking mafia. They like these kids these guys going into Chinatown talking about, yeah, where's your protection money? But that's why we look like we playing.
you know why?
We
Because
gotta pay taxes on this.
is an easy word to say. It's an easy word to read. Yet nobody actually knows what it means.
Yes. My God. We pay.
So
we pay for
therefore,
that.
they won't question it. They're like, oh yeah, no problem. Just go ahead. It's what you're supposed to do, right? No,
No.
no.
They,
no.
they need to stop. They either do your job taxes or do the food and clothes. But one of them has to go. Because I'm not going to pay my job taxes. Then I got to come out and pay clothes tax and food tax? Like, what's this?
Yeah.
So I'm taxing on something that I already paid my tax. Because your tax money is what's supposed to be paying for all these stuff, right? So now you're paying taxes on something that you already paid taxes on. Mm-hmm. So the whole thing is a scam. But do not have, if you're working like, let's say, McDonald's or something like that, there's no such thing as mandatory overtime. There's no such thing as you're a cashier, now I need you to go cook in the back if they never signed you for that. So, and if they threaten to fire you, take them to OSHA, take them to court, and everything else.
If they threaten to fire you, understand a job is a job, and you will find another job just like you found
Yes.
that job.
But it's so funny.
A job is a job.
Yeah, you sue them. I sue them. Well,
Oh yeah, go to get a lawsuit that's gonna take you years.
Nope.
And a
this is how I got the
lot of-
LDM network. I hurt my back.
Okay, but you got hurt. They didn't just fire you.
No, that's what I'm saying. I hurt my back. I couldn't walk for a couple of weeks. The owner didn't know this. He's going to call me and telling me if I don't go to work because he found out that now at least I can stand within a month and a half because they said I couldn't walk at all. I was never going to walk, which I did. But in a month and a half, I could stand at least. She said, if you don't come to work, you're going to get fired. With a messed up back? So my lawyer said, go ahead, go to work. So he came. He said, you can't pick up 5 pounds because you're still doing therapy. So you can't sit or stand too long. He tried. He said, okay, since you can't do that, do this, here's a broom to sweep. I said, yeah, put it right there. He said, what? Why? I said, because I'm going to wait for the janitor to pick that up. I'm a forklift driver. You paid me to do a forklift driver. He says, yeah, but if you can't do the forklift driver, we give you low work to do. I said, bring that paperwork that I signed because it was never in that paperwork.
True.
So he was like, oh, no. And all that time, I was wasting my day minutes on the phone with my lawyer on the phone listening. So when I picked up the phone, I said, what do you want me to do? He said, quit. I said, bye. I left. I went to court. We sued. We got the LDM network.
But do you not understand how very rare
Yeah, that's
that
weird.
instance
It's weird.
is?
But you have to do it. You have to do it in a way where you have all your ducks and all your evidence. You can't just be like, I quit, but you don't got no evidence and nothing like that. Let them, oh, you want me to sweep this? Okay, so you're telling me I have to sweep this floor when you're paying me for record.
Yes, evidence. We spoke about this last week
Evidence.
too. If you don't got no evidence, they ain't gonna help you.
Well, you got 2 things up there real quick. Oh, Yvonne, my sis. Yes, like my job that expects me to do 5 different positions for one pay. They got me messed up because they short staff. Short staff is not an employer problem. That's corporates. That's their problem. Be like, listen, yes, I would take this tray. Yes, I would clean this floor, but I get 2 checks? Nope, well then I'm only going to do this job because you only paid me to do this one job. They cannot tell you you have to do something else unless that was in your job description. Mm-hmm. That's why it's called job description. That's a contract between employee and employers. So when you sign that job description contract, they cannot change it around unless they do another one and have you sign that one too. But other than that, if they tell me, yo, Charles, your job description says you got to sit in this corner for 8 hours. Charles, can you sit on the side of this wall? Nope. My job description says this corner for 8 hours. Click, click, 8 hours, I'm gone. you're not a butthead for doing that. You're just doing your job. And then Javier said, but get your job that it still has pensions. Pensions are being eliminated in many places. The hospital I work for frozen our pension in December of 2019. Pension always is and always will be something that is not set in stone. I remember my dad came from the Army, and he started working, and I remember him and my mom arguing about, oh, but you just got home, and now you're trying to look, but you got pension. He said it. Pension is probably never going to be here for a long time. So he always thought ahead, and he started saving up his money, and when things started happening, I realized what he meant.
Yeah.
Don't only count on your pension, your retirement fund. Don't count on those stuff. Save your own money to the side, and then if that comes, that's a bonus. Mm-hmm. So, and it is sad that pension is something that's not supposed to be, but it was something that was placed in jobs for you to go.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to get a pension. So everybody was like, you know what? I'm going to get this type of job because they give this money out.
Yeah.
This retirement plan is, I remember they were doing retirement plans with CDs. Everybody was going for these type of jobs. And then all of a sudden they cut the CDs off. So.
Yes, two things, right? So with the whole pension thing, unless it's going to be your lifelong career and you know this is where you're going to be and it's not just a job for you, I wouldn't even recommend looking at it to be like, oh, yeah, I get this. Because then it's going to be like, oh, man, but if I leave, I lose it, right? Mm-hmm. You want a job to just be a job. You want it to be security for the moment and not security for your life. Because all jobs are replaceable. And if you feel like you need to depend on that job more than you really should, you need to really reevaluate your security, right? Mm-hmm. And then with Yvonne, if you let your job tell you to do more things than you actually agreed to do, you're letting them walk all over you. And they're going to continue to do it because you never stood up for yourself and nobody else is going to.
Yep.
And this goes for anybody who's in that same position. Because a lot of the times, bosses use that authority, like, oh, well, I'm your boss. I could tell you what to do. And they don't use it in the right way. They should be someone there to help you, someone there to guide you, someone there to motivate you to do the job you got hired for. But they shouldn't be taking abuse of that authority and telling you to do things you shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, that's what I said. Read your job description and ask for a copy of it, because some people,
read it over, read it over, read it over.
Yeah, some companies have their new revised job descriptions, and you never signed it. Mm-hmm. So take a copy of your job description, because I noticed they give you everything else. They give you the HIPAA law, they give you the OSHA thing, but they never give you your job description papers. If they don't, it's because they're going to try to change it in the middle.
Right, it's
grab
not clear.
Grab a copy. So,
and you know what? If anything, ask for a promotion. You deserve that.
I was going to get to that. Why are you thinking your promotions? Alyssa, you're a good employee. You know, I love when I ask you to do 3 or 4 jobs that's not in your job description. I know, I'm sorry, but you always do it. You know, here, we're going to give you a 1% raise. Excuse me? Didn't you just say I'm a good quality? They're not going to give you a raise according to what you're doing.
Yeah.
They're going to give you a raise according to what they're supposed to give you anyway. So if you do your job good, if you do your job poorly, they still going to give you that percentage of raise that you're supposed to get anyway. So unless in your job description, they say we give 10% for people that are 8 and above, 8 points and above. Now we're talking.
Right.
But if they just say you're going to get a percentage raise every single year, it doesn't matter what the hell you do.
True. And even if it's not a job that, you're thinking, oh, I'm going to get a raise, ask the job, right? Even if it's somewhere working at McDonald's, right, being a cashier, you can go beyond that and you could get paid more money. Just ask your manager, hey, what can I do to improve, and what do I need to learn to get this position to make more?
Yeah.
Ask, and they will be gladly and jolly to teach you, because most likely they need people in that position. It's easy to replace a cashier, but it may not be easy to replace a job who needs to learn more.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. Your job position. A lot of people in the world think every single year you're supposed to get a raise. Show me that law. Because that's not a law. That's not even a business law.
No.
They just do it because they want to. The only way you're supposed to and get a raise, like you said, the position. You can't be a cashier. But I've been a cashier for 2 years. I'm not going to get a raise? A raise to do your job that I paid you in the first place?
Yeah.
Doesn't make no sense. That's why they have the minimum wage. Now, when the minimum wage goes up, automatically but they don't have to give you a raise every single year, especially if you're not really doing nothing. But now, oh, I was a cashier. Now I'm a cashier's teacher or something. Now you got a different position.
Right.
Now they up your salary. That's how you do it. But if you're going to stay in the same position and expect them to give you a raise because you've been there a year, don't get mad for what they give you if they don't give you nothing at all.
Yeah, you got to fight for yourself. No one's going to do it for you but you.
Yeah. So that was a little lesson on the jobs here on the LDM show. And speaking about jobs, well, no, I don't want to go to that one. That's the Love Corner one. I want to go real quick to a real quick news. In Rome, Italy, a lion escaped from the circus and was just walking all dilly in the streets.
Would you pet him? I would.
It's a lion. Go ahead and pet that lion. Let me see. You don't know if it's from the...
Animals have another sense, right? It's called aura sense. They can tell when you're scared of them, and they can tell when you're a threat, and they can tell when you're friendly. That's why they will never attack a baby.
Yes, because the baby don't got that much meat. And if you're scared, they attack you because when you're scared, your blood runs faster and your body gets more heated. So that means they got hot meal on you. When you're not scared, you calm. Right?
No.
A lot.
Yeah. A dingo? What the hell is a dingo? That sounds like a dingleberry.
Dingleberry. But a lion would...
A dingo, lion, two different animals.
Yeah, but a lion eats the same way with their teeth. No, but the thing is funny because the news was like, and everyone was in a panic. You think? It's a lion.
If you're scared, he will attack you.
You know, and it was no yellow big road or nothing, so the lion wasn't going to go see the wizard.
At the end of the day, a cat is a cat.
So,
if you don't vibe with cats, cats know that and they attack you. If you vibe with cats, they will cuddle with you. It's just a fact of nature.
Until they want to attack you. Cats are like women.
The only time they attack you is when they are irritated. That's the only time. Okay, or they want something and they're not getting what they want.
They just like women.
Then
they
give
nice
us what we
and
want.
all of a sudden, why you think they got nails? Both of them got nails. Women got nails, cats got nails. You know? They make their hair look nice. The women make their hair look nice. You can pet them for a little bit, and then all of a sudden when they want something that they want, they attack you. And they don't even tell them what happened. You be like, damn, what happened? At least explain to me. Just like a woman. They attack you and they don't even tell you what happened.
No, you know what happened.
You're supposed to know.
Yeah,
see?
You know what happened.
All right, but I just wanted to say that because that was kind of crazy. A lion walking in the street, and then he was walking like, I'm going to my friend's house.
The king. He's the king.
No, his truck said he was the king. Like nobody's going to touch him. But also, real quick, the government has spent $166 billion already in this war. And I said it last week, I think it was, where I posted up on my page where they need to take care of their home first before they take care of anybody else, right? And people were like, oh, no. You know it only takes $20 billion, I think, to end homeless in the whole United States. $20 billion to end homelessness.
Yeah, the United States is filled with a bunch of entitled people with cell phones.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, everybody got it. Even the homeless people got a cell phone. That's why nowadays.
Entitled.
Yo, nowadays, if a homeless person be like, yo, can I get $1? I'm hungry. Be like, yo, papi, I don't carry cash. That's okay. I put my thing here. Here, swipe. They got their phone. Swipe here, tap. They get their change, but in all reality, $20 billion to end homeless. Now, I don't care if they don't want to work no more, no nothing. Meaning that they have a place to lay down. Right. We're not saying ending homeless where they're getting money every single week now. No, we're talking about that they have a house to sleep and a place to rest their head. $20 billion ends it in the world forever. So you just spent 6 times the amount that we could have done it.
Yeah. Are they just okay? I know we like this is a thing that people love to look at the numbers, but do you ever look at like how this money is sent? Like, is it just sent like in a contract? Like, is it sent? Is it sent in a check? Is it sent like actual dollar bills wrapped together in
Well,
a big
they
bag?
never do actual dollar bills. It's always in digital type of thing. You owe me 160 billion, blah blah blah. But it's still they could do the same thing with contractors. Here goes, I'm sending you because even in banks, like right now, if I send you $20, I'm not sending you cash. It's all digital. So $20 billion, they could have done the homelessness. Not only that, all this immigration thing with the 166 million, it would have took you only another 30 million to finish the war, and we would have stopped half of the people
Oh
crossing.
my God!
You know what I'm saying?
You're a wall. You're a wall person.
No, I'm not a war person, but if you're going to start something, finish it. But again, that's our money, you know. Do it for that's our money. Cut it off. Another thing, it would have for I think it was 15 million. I forgot my paperwork. 15 billion would have paid for all diabetics needles and medicines that they would never have to buy their own medicines no more.
Or how about we just pay to build more farms and we'll never
No,
have
but that's
diabetics?
But even though there's diabetics, no matter what, but you're charging them for their medicine.
That's the
So
whole.
$15 billion would have ended that.
The three things you just brought up, right? Homelessness, immigration, and heart disease, right? Diabetes, illness. The three biggest economy bringers in America. If we got rid of our problems, we wouldn't be America.
Yeah, well, not get rid of the problems. You're still not going to get rid of the immigration because they're still going to come in, but you're going to slow it down.
because
But diabetics,
then.
at least you get in that 15 billion, where now the tax money, that 15 billion, I got to put it over here because we got to pay for the needles and everything to give it to these people. But at least you give it to the people for free. Now it's still being paid. The government is still going to be making 15 whatever from the taxes. Mm-hmm. But what you're doing, America, government. So if you're watching this, yeah, you can send the men in black, whatever you want to. If you need my address, let me know. But what you're doing is you're charging taxes for needles and everything, and then you're bringing them here, and then you're charging the same people that just paid the taxes to get their needles and everything. So you're double dipping on these people that are suffering, that needs these medicine. So I don't want to hear that. Will said I was laughing because I was like, Will, the facts homeless people are picky about the food given to them at the hospital shows how privileged society is in America. Telling you that, what, no ketchup? I can't get a ketchup on this? No? There are many who come in upset and are given sandwiches and not hot trays every day at work. Yeah, with the food. That's why I said you can't do. I'm not talking about homelessness in food. I'm talking about in property.
Yeah.
But even with a little bit of food here and there, and like I said, beggars can be choosers.
More farms in America.
Yeah, you can't be stomach hurt. Can you give me something to eat? Yeah, here's a sandwich. I don't eat the sandwiches. I don't like white bread. You got wheat bread? No, bro. You get what I take. Only one slice of cheese. Can I get another one? No, like I can't deal with people like that. Like. Sure. I'll be fired.
Okay.
If I was in Will's job, I'll be fired.
If you're homeless, you're ungrateful already because the universe has not seen a reason to give you anything, right? Think about it. Like, if you can't even appreciate the little things you do have, why you gonna have somewhere to live? Why? Dime.
Yeah.
¿Por qué?
I don't know, but there's a lot of land here that $20 billion could have settled all that. But you want to send 166 billion to a problem that's not even ours.
I repeat, this is all a game, so people will keep their eyes on things that don't actually matter,
Yep.
right?
And another
We're
thing.
gonna keep looking at the problems, but not the solutions. What's the other thing?
That's always the thing.
That's America.
That's everywhere. You always have that problem, but never. No, they have the solution. They just don't want to do it. They want someone else to do it. But another thing that you're going to see a lot, and if you have not noticed it from the government, is you notice the government always about to close down when there's a war or when there's a season coming. They're about to close down. The government would never.
What, they get their little vacation?
And I got to do Chris Jericho once more again. Ever going to close down. You know why? Because then you're going to realize we don't need them.
Duh. First of all, I'm going to go there now because I wasn't going to do it earlier, but I changed my mind. The government is hired by the people. I didn't know if you knew that, but the people
What?
hire the government to be there.
Oh my God, I didn't know that.
Yeah, but people think, oh my God, you run my life. Meanwhile, you hired them.
Right?
Right? We were talking about jobs earlier.
Yep.
You give them the job description. You tell them what you want. And if they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing, you get rid of them and you replace them.
So,
I know it sounds easier said than done,
yeah,
but guess what? Nobody's doing. Instead of
at least
complaining,
start it.
do.
At least try something. Let's see. If it doesn't work, be like, hey, at least I tried, you know? But I want to get to a good and bad news for some people. Child support. Good news. The bad news is that they started that debit card a couple years ago.
Okay.
Instead of giving you a check or cash into your bank, they gave you a debit card from the child support so they can see what you're spending it on. But a lot of the
Nice.
states were allowing them to take cash out. So you're not really tracking if they're spending it for their kid or not, right? Well, Delaware stopped that in 2020. They started giving their debit cards out. Since then, the child support rate has gone down. Because you know why? 'Cause the debit card was only supposed to, can't not be used to take out money, cannot be used to pay your rent, cannot be used to pay your phone bill, cannot be used in a barbershop, in a salon. It only was able to be used in the school, in a school supply store, or a kid's store. So,
It's for a kid.
yeah, that's
Under
what I'm saying.
18.
So when Delaware,
What money does the school take? That one
no,
didn't
no,
make
like
sense
if
to
you're
me.
buying pictures, like the class pictures and all that. So for school trips.
And what about food? And the kid eats.
Well, the supermarkets too. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, the supermarkets, but nothing that says adults.
Right, right,
So their
right.
card was declined every time they used it. So picture this: Delaware started using the debit card for child support, and you only could use it on the child.
Kind of like EBT. Okay.
Right? Child support went down. So that tells you the women are only putting people on child support because they wanted the money
Right.
for themselves. New York, are you listening? All the other states, are you listening? Y'all should do that to the debit card. Watch how our child support goes down. I'll put you, no, forget it, I'm not going to put you on child support because I can't use the card anyway. That's what's happening in Delaware. You can't use the card anyway
That
for
is pretty
nothing else
interesting.
but your child's
Does
stuff.
it at least come in the child's name?
No, it comes in the parent's name. But that card is a special card that way. If you go into, they have all these type of stores banned.
Yeah.
So if you try to use that card in those stores, it's banned. You can't even use it in Amazon.
Oh, duh.
So that's why child support went down. So I think every other state need to embrace on Delaware. So shout outs to Delaware for doing something for child support. You know, at least that showed them that child support was only being used for money.
Yeah.
And not for the kid. The ones that are still on child support, they like, those, I give it up to y'all. Y'all on child support for a reason. That's for your kids. 90% of them. 10% of them probably found a way how to still scam them.
Be like, listen, you need to go to Carter's today.
I know, right? Be like, yo,
I'll trade you.
They the ones that in Target and all that stuff talking about, oh, you buying that for your kid? You know what? I got this card. You can give me the cash. You know what I'm saying? They probably doing something like that. But shout outs to Delaware.
Speaking of kids and money, right? Let's say you're a parent. Do you think it's okay to ask your kid to give you money? Like, not like, you know.
How old are they? That's now you have to go to the ages. Like, how old are they? Are they living in your house? Or, you know, and did they borrow money from you? I don't know. Those are the questions we have to ask them about. If they a teenager, I don't think you should charge them for staying in your house.
Right.
What I think you should do, and this is me, maybe not everybody, and this is what I'm gonna do to my kid when he's in my house, I'm gonna charge him for the rent. Once he's 13 or 14 years old. But that money that I'm charging him for rent doesn't go to the rent. It goes to his savings.
Right.
So like, let's say if I charge him, if he's working, and I say, you gotta pay me $100 a week. Out of that $100 a week, $75 of that is going to the bank. He doesn't even know it. But $75 of that goes to the bank. $25 of that, of course, is going to go to his food for his lunch, his school lunch and all that. But $75 go to the bank. you actually putting $300 in the bank every single month. So you're actually putting 30 something thousand. No, let me make sure I'm saying it correctly. About 3,000. I'm sorry, 3,200. No, $3,600 in the bank every single year he has in the bank. He started at 13 years old, ends at 5. You already got $15,000 for this kid when he's 18 years old, without you touching it. That I would charge him for without him knowing this, because you don't want him to know this, and then he's going to be like, "Oh, where's my money?" So you tell him, "Give me the $100." Now that's showing him responsibility to pay the money every single week. Like, okay, I got to pay rent and all this, you know. So already you're showing them the kid's responsibility. But then at the end of the when he's 18, you be like, "Here, son, here's your $15,000. What's that?" Because you were saving. So right now, you just showed him. So if I put money in the bank and forget about it, and a couple years later, I got a lot of money. So you're showing him some lessons, but to charge him rent just because you want extra money to go out, no. No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but like even like just in general, like asking your kid for money. Like, you know how parents will, like, let's say they have a gambling problem, a drinking problem, a drug problem, and they go to their
True.
kid and be like, I love you, right? Can I borrow like $50?
That's
like,
the kid's issue then. If the kid, mira, papi, tú tienes 10 pesos, you got $10 right there, I'll give it to you later, don't worry. Now, you got a problem if you're going to give your father or your mom $10 knowing that he's on crack. You ain't seen that money.
Or like even those parents, like they have a house, right? They pay for their bills, right? Whatever. They're living their lifestyle. And then they want to go ahead and be like, "Yeah, but I need you to give me money every month too." But it's like, wouldn't you just adjust your lifestyle if you can't afford it?
Exactly. That's what you do. But again, like I said, you take their money, but you take a percentage out and save it for them. And then when they're 18, they get about $15,000 to $20,000.
Yes.
Take $100 away from them when they're working. They say they're making $200 something a week. Take $100 away from them a week, but don't tell them nothing. Just be like, "That's your rent." Take that $75 because you need $25 for their food, $75 and put it in the bank. By the time they are 18 years old, when they started at 13, that's when you start working, right?
14.
14? About 13 to 14 years old. Yeah. So 13, I think you only could do part-time. So 13 to 14 years old, no matter what, by the time they're 18, you got close to $15,000 for them. So that means if they want to go to college.
And if you put it in a bank account with interest.
Right. That's what I'm saying, about 15
more.
or more. So when they come out, they got their money, and you don't have to really stress about, where I'm going to get the money because he wants to go to extra school or stuff like that, or he wants to go to the scamming school. The college.
Honestly, though, if a parent is asking for money, like they're most likely not financially educated themselves. So even to go that route, you really have to be financially educated, like have some form of knowledge about money, because most parents don't nowadays.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to trump one up on you. I think they have to be more disciplined, money discipline, because some people can put the money in the bank, but they be like,
I got money,
let me
I
take the
need
75,
this.
and next week I'll put 75 of my dollars in there, and they never do. You know what I mean? So they have to be both. They have to be, educated and disciplined on it to do it. So that's why they have some banks where they tell you, you cannot take nothing out until he's 18, or now you get penalized.
Yeah.
So a lot of people they do that bank account because they don't want to take out.
Yeah.
So they force not to take out. So those are the bank accounts that I know Bank of America does it. I know Dime Bank has it. Maybe Citibank, I don't know, but there's a couple of banks out there. If you ask for the kids program bank thing, you get interest and you cannot take out money. So those are the good ones for the kid. And the kid, if you sign a paper that if the kid uses it for college or a house or something, they get the whole amount. But if they just use it for like a car or just to take out, they get a percentage penalty. So like they lose all the interest or something like that. So those are good things. But
the more you know.
Yeah, but since we're talking about that, one of the subjects I have here is parents' priority, like you were saying, like knowing your priority. Do you ask for money for kids? But also a lot of videos I've seen online where the parents was like, I'm asking the grandmother or the mother or the father to take care of this because they don't know how it is to be a single mom. I want to go out and hang out. Once you as a female, I'm gonna enter female first, and then I'm gonna attack the males.
You're not a female. Why do you do this?
I identify myself today as No, but I'm just saying, I'm gonna attack the females and then I'm gonna attack the males. Females first, because you're the first one to say yes to have a baby, right? You're the one that the main person that wants to keep the baby. The father probably say no, right? So once you decide, I'm gonna keep this baby, but what about the dad? I don't care what the dad wants. I'm gonna keep this baby. You know, I'm in New York, so I gotta be ghetto. What?
Classic.
But once you say that you're gonna keep this baby, you enter parents' priority. You have to have you can't not enter a single parent priority. There's no such thing as a single parent priority. It's just parents' priority. That means maybe you have to cut down and going to clubs. Maybe you have to cut down on hanging out with your boys or your girls and stuff like that. There are different things that you cannot do no more. So before you say, I am going to keep this kid out of spite or whatever, you got to figure out, okay, who's going to be there for me with the kid when I want to go out? Nobody. You the one that gave birth to them. You the one that wanted them. You the one that stays with them.
True.
All right? So that's why I'm like, you can't not be pissed off at someone else. That's like me having a kid and be like, Alyssa, take care of my son. Nah,
it's different if you're hiring a babysitter, or you're like,
hiring.
hey,
If they can't
do me a
afford that.
favor, I'll pay for food. You could come to my house, whatever, you know? Like, that's way different than just
No, but
leaving
then
all
if
obligation
the
to
person
someone
says no,
else.
they still get mad. You can't get mad. That's
you
your
can't
problem.
get mad, yeah.
That's your problem. But they do.
Can we stop addressing kids as problems? They're not problems. They're human beings.
No,
okay?
I'm talking about the topic is their problem.
Yes.
Not the child. But the child becomes an issue, which an issue is a problem.
No, they're not an issue. They have liberty to live, right? They should be able to enjoy life.
They what? Yeah, they're scheduling conflict.
No, there is no scheduling conflict, right?
scheduling conflict.
Like Charles said, once you conceive, once you commit
Yep.
to that conception, guess what?
They're your priority.
All life changes. It's no longer just you. It's you and. Okay?
Right. And now I'm going to attack the dads, so don't think I'm not attacking y'all either. I'm attacking the women first because they're the ones that said they wanted to keep it. But now we got the dads that said, yes, we should keep it. You enter parent priority. Well, the ones that you say don't be asking them. They be like, nah, I'm not taking care of no kid because I didn't tell you to have this kid. You cannot get mad at him because he told you from the beginning before
You wanted to lay pipe, guess what?
Listen.
You became a plumber overnight, okay?
Nope. I just love how she used the plumber. So I'm gonna use the plumber. If your pipes break and you ask a plumber to come in and fix it, right? Now, if he says no, I don't want to fix it, who has to fix it? You.
Then guess what? You don't get to come and plumb me.
But
That's it.
okay, but as a female,
You don't get to fix my pipe.
as a female, you have the rights to either shut the lights off in the tunnel or keep them open.
Okay,
if you want traffic to come into your tunnel,
You know
that's
what?
on you.
At the
Sometimes a
end of
car
the
gets
day-
stuck in the tunnel.
At the end of the day, male or
Where's
female,
these things coming from? Cars stuck in the tunnel.
male or female, you understand as a heterosexual human being, when you engage in sexual relations with the opposite gender, there is this outcome, whether you use protection or you do not.
Well,
That
who's
there
the
will
first
be
one-
a
who's the first
third
one?
person.
Who's the first one to say
First,
protection?
second, there is no levels
woman.
here. It is an equal exchange.
No,
It
don't
is
lie
a
to them.
symbiotic exchange of energy that creates a third person.
Listen.
Let's not
Oh,
acknowledge.
no,
let's
that's different. But I'm
acknowledge
talking
that.
about a woman is the first one to say. I hate when women be like, oh, but he didn't have protection. That has nothing to do with him. You're your own protection first.
That's the thing. It's both people.
No, but
it's
that
both.
means
It's
you're
both.
the first. Because without you, I cannot do nothing to you. So if you say, you know what, you don't got no protection, I don't got no protection, we're not doing this. Then nothing happens.
But
if you
don't
say,
don't leave the obligation only to the women.
No, but
We
the
gotta
woman
let our
is
viewers
the
know
first.
that it is both people's
Right.
obligation. If you don't want to be a father, don't have sex. If you don't want to
Listen.
be a mother, don't have sex or be smart about it.
right, but the females are the first ones. They the first line of defense.
If you want to keep on that with that defense, no problem. But I just want to be educated and be very
Yeah,
clear
they are
that
the
both
first-
people are responsible.
Females are the first line of defense. So once the female becomes pregnant and they say they have a choice to abort or not, which abort I think is kind of dumb if you're only doing it in one party. It's supposed to be both to say yes or no.
Yeah.
So that's my opinion. I know, but it's my body. It's not, just like you said, it took two to do it. So it should take two to decide to keep it.
Not only that, but there's so many other options.
No, but that's
so
what I'm saying.
many other
if,
options.
if the female don't want it, give birth and give it to the dad. If the dad wants it, just sign that paper. That's all to it.
Yeah.
But if the dad says no, you cannot have them ovulate. So let's say now the dad said, yes, I want the kid. Once you say that, now the mother says, hey, I need a time away. Can you babysit the kid? There's no such thing as, nah, you know what, I got to do something. No, it's, okay, let's figure this out because I had to go to work. What time you need to me to babysit? Now you have to prioritize everything. Push your friends to the side, your family to the side to figure out when this child is going to be
That child
taken
is
care
your
of.
family. How about that?
Exactly. So when you're both, I'm tired of hearing these single mothers talking about, oh, but I need a break. You should have thought about that first. That's all to it. A father, oh, damn, I got to go pick up my kid on the weekends. You should have thought about that first. You know what I mean? So there's no such thing as single parent priority. No, it's just a parent priority. That's it. Once you have that child, like once I had my child, my whole life had to rotate around that child. Mm-hmm. I can't be going city to city fighting no more. I can't be, let me go travel here. Let me take this case that's going to take me 4 or 5 days away from my family. There are certain things you can't do once you have that. Have it all before you have a child. Because I went on dates, I did this, I went out, I traveled the world way before I
Or
have a
make
kid.
sure you're secure within yourself. Because honestly, if you feel like your child is a problem, if you feel like you don't get the help that you need, you're clearly not established enough to sustain a family, and you need to find your community.
Mm-hmm.
Because we all know one person cannot raise a child, right? That's why we have school. That's why we have childcare. That's why we have there are so many alternatives, and people love to think that I need to carry all the burden. And that's because you don't know how to work with other people. Let's address the facts.
Yep.
You need to learn to work with others, because guess what? You have to raise another human being and teach them how to work with others. So if you can't work with others, they ain't going to know how to work with others, and nobody's going to want to be with them.
Yeah, so you make sure your priorities are set to parent and not because anytime you put the word single on it, I hate it. I don't really like the word single, because when you're saying you're single, meaning you can do whatever you want. I can go out, I can do this, I can do that. That's the mindset you have when you say single.
It's selfish. It's
you know?
entitled.
So when you have a child, it shouldn't be I'm the only parent in this child's life. You could say it like that maybe, but I'm a single parent, cool. But I have single parent priorities. No, because you're not a single parent priority, you're a parent priority. So once you learn how to, I guess, define those words in your brain, you'll be better off a parent. But if you keep thinking the word single, oh, your girls want to come out? Wait, let me see if I can, because I hear this a lot too. Let me see where I can dump my kid at. Dump your kid at? What you mean? Oh, with my grandmother, with his grandma. Hey, Mom, what you doing next Saturday? The day that my kid called, hey, Dad, what you doing Saturday? Not taking care of your kid, that's what I'm doing. Because if that's what you're calling me for. Matter of fact, when my kids call me, what you want, I don't have it. Oh, I just wanted to see how you're doing. Oh, okay. Because if you're calling me to ask me for something, it's dead on the water. It was dead on the second ring.
Yeah.
Don't call me. Now, if we talk every single day and stuff,
the relationship is different.
Right, but if you're not going to call me once a week or twice a month or something like that, and every time you call me is to ask me to take care of your kid, call an ID, block.
You would block your own kid?
I'll block my own kid. I'm serious. Because once you're an adult, I treat you as an adult. I don't treat you as my kid that I protect like that. I treat you, and because once you're a parent, you're still teaching them.
Yeah.
So if you're taking their kid all the time when they have a problem, what are you teaching them?
That you're there for them, that they have security with you?
No. That's teaching them.
It depends how you do it. It depends how you handle the
It's teaching them that when
situation.
you have your own family, you have to deal with your own family. My family is me and my wife now. Y'all moved out. So if by me taking care of my grandkids is it gonna interfere in my life that I'm having right now? Like, is it gonna interfere with me and my boys hanging out that day? If it is, I can't do it because this is my life. Now, if I'm not doing nothing and everything and then I want to, yes. But if you keep saying yes, guess what? Oh, we're gonna go out Friday? That's right. I'll ask my dad because they already know. You going out Friday? Well, I'll let you know because if I can't get a babysitter, I have to stay.
She said exactly. Do I agree
Show
with the
how
having the
privilege is-
balance?
oh.
That was the old one. Do I agree with having a balance of your own personal life, right? But you should still, no matter what age your kid is, I think you should still embrace them at all times because at the end of the day, they came from you, right? If they have nobody else to go to, they should still be able to go to you.
No, see, they can go, take advantage, and go are two
Yes,
different
there's
things.
a difference.
So
Have a balance.
every time the person asks you to take care of their kid, and you keep, you're enabling them. You have to stop it. So as a parent, your priority is to set them up for life. But if you're taking care of their life, you're not setting them up for life. So that's what I'm saying. Don't take care of their kids every time. Nope. I won't take care of my grandkids. Nope. But then the next day, I'm calling, hey, can you bring the grandkids? I want to go hang out with them because I'm going to hang out with them when I want to. Mm-hmm. Now, as an adult, oh, shit, my dad is going to take the kids. Hey, I'm going to party. That's what you're going to do. You're going to sleep the rest of the day. Take advantage of it. You know what I'm saying? And as a father or as a parent, be like, yeah, my daughter, she's been working, going to school. You know what? I'm going to take the kids off of her hand.
Yeah.
You're doing it out of your heart. Not because she's like, because you notice she's an adult. She's acting like an adult. She never asked for help. Now I'm going to help her.
At the end of the day, if you really think childcare is a problem, get rich enough to have a nanny. They're everywhere.
Yeah, and then when you come home, come to mommy, and she runs right by you and go to the nanny. You got it perfectly. Hey, that was our time again. This Saturday, the 18th, right here on the LDM Network Studios, you can meet us. You can meet Raiden from Raiden's World. Have some fun. Take pictures with Santa and everything else.
Get some nice goodies
little
for the
goodies
holiday
and
season.
Face painting and little. See, don't ask me to face paint because I'm just gonna do a heart and I'll call it whatever you want. That's it. That's as close as I'm gonna get. But we'll see you next week, and we'll be Whoa, is that next week? Thanksgiving dinner. No, it's our Christmas thing, right? Because we're entering Christmas next week.
Are we? Is that fast?
Next week is Thanksgiving. We're not here.
Oh, true. You know.
So we'll be back.
Eat the not turkey.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. Well, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yes. So we'll see y'all guys the following week. We'll play a replay. So have fun, enjoy this nice weather that we're gonna have for a couple of days. A little bit of rain, but it's gonna be okay.
Learn to dance in it.
Yes. Bye-bye.